there is over 6 months I don't record, so everything is fresh again. But let's
Yeah.
start in a good way. Hello, everyone. This is one more episode of Manada Podcast. I'm here with Harry Greaney. Gary is correct.
That's the one. That's the one. The one and
Uh,
only.
yeah, I met him at the Galway City Gym. That's where I work out. One of the hardcore old school gym in Ireland. And I invited Harry to participate here in this podcast, share his experience, his story with us. So just starting, hey man, present yourself. You're from Galway. Tell me about your story. What brings you to the fitness world, bodybuilding stuff? Have you been training? That's your area. Are you a personal trainer? What do you do?
Yeah. So I've been weight training for 7 years now. I started just like I was a small kid growing up. I was skinny. I wasn't much good at sports, so I was like, I give the weightlifting a go, and just it gelled for me. It's all I know. So started training. I'm from Athenry in Galway.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, not Athenry. It's Monavea, a small little village near Athenry. It's in between Tuam and Athenry, out in the middle of nowhere. So just got into the gym and haven't looked back since. And yeah.
Any inspiration, like any athlete, bodybuilder, or that you made you come to the gym? Hey, I want to be like this guy, or like a superhero, you know, or you're just like to lift weights and that was it.
Yeah, there was never really anyone like I didn't grow up with like Arnold or anything like that. Like
Yeah.
my
Oh yeah.
generation, there wasn't too many big names in bodybuilding. You know, when I was growing up, there wasn't much to look up to, or like
Yeah.
it wasn't a big thing when I started off. Like, but
Yeah.
I just
That's funny, bro.
hmm.
What you're saying, I never thought about that. The generation thing. Like I grew up with Rumble,
Yeah,
Arnold, all those.
Rocky and all that stuff.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
then I'm wondering, like, I'm 35. I'm sure you're early 20s, right?
22. Yeah.
22. So I'm wondering, like, what
Hmm.
would be the superhero of your generation? I really don't know. So is there someone, even if you don't follow, but is there someone that you know that people follow and they see then as the new Rocky Balboa of nowadays, or there is nothing really? No.
Like Sebum would have been big for my
Steven.
generation.
Oh, right. The guy,
Chris
the
Winston. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
big guy.
he's really big, man.
Yeah, he's very
The-
inspirational. He made a
yeah,
lovely speech. He retired
yeah,
from bodybuilding there. He made a lovely speech about like chasing your
yeah,
goals and stuff like that.
yeah,
He's a great inspiration. He seems like a really
yeah.
good guy. But like my inspiration, like I just started weightlifting and like I wasn't like watching any guys or like inspired by many people. I just went to the gym and I just liked, I knew what could come out of the gym, that you gain a bit of muscle and
Right,
gain a bit of confidence, and that's just what
right.
got me into the gym. But then when I started delving deep into it, guys like Kevin Levrone, Dorian
Yeah,
Yates, all these like old school bodybuilders,
yeah,
and of course I love the Rocky movies. I love
yeah, yeah,
love
yeah,
all that stuff. So that gave me a lot
yeah.
of
That's true.
inspiration.
Yeah,
Mm.
I still follow, whatever they're doing. Like it's like these guys from the 80s. I like to
Yeah,
follow, and they're still doing good job. Like
big
even
personalities,
comparing.
very big
Yeah,
personalities. That like
yeah,
generation of bodybuilders: Jay Cutler, Dorian Yates, Kevin Levrone, Ronnie Coleman. They're all very inspirational.
yeah.
They all have a cool
How
story to tell.
how is the Ireland in relation to bodybuilding? Are they like big fans, or is growing? How
Yeah,
about the
like a
athletes
lot of
here?
young. Like when I started, I would have been second or third year in secondary school when I started. I would have been what age? Um, 14, 15 when I would have kind of started making my way to the gym. And like all young people my age, most of them have given up now. Like, but everyone when I went to school, when I was
Yeah,
going to school, everyone after school would be at the gym. Like it really gained traction
yeah.
as I was
And,
growing up. Like grew
and how
into
about yeah, yeah. How about the guys of our age that are working out, and then we can see like early 20s, they're really good muscle. You think is
Mm.
there any is it more than workout? Are they doing something special like steroids or something? How do you know if that generation are using that a lot in Ireland, or you don't know about that?
Like it is actually really shitty, like, because I think SARM's getting a lot of traction as well, like young people my age, they'd be reluctant to go on like injecting steroids, and think a lot of young people are on SARMs and stuff like that's terrible, like that young people
Yeah,
resort to that, like
yeah,
luckily enough I wasn't exposed to it and I've never done anything like that,
yeah,
and nor would I,
yeah,
but it's yeah, it's but like nothing supplements hard work, like, it's you can do you can go to the best gym, you can take the best
yeah,
amount of steroids, but
yeah,
if you're not going to work, you're not going to gain
yeah,
anything,
yeah.
so I don't
Especially, yeah, totally, man. That the,
yeah,
the the natural bodybuilding is growing as well. Like people who wants to compete in that category, they don't need to. We know there's a big difference when you go to natural bodybuilding competition comparing to the regular ones. The
yeah.
difference of sizes are very different, are very high.
Hmm.
So it's good to have that category. So it's more like fair to be part of that.
Yeah, like if you want to see them bodybuilding, like I think in the past, like you had to be on steroids, but now obviously with the natural competitions, you don't have to be running something, like, you can, just train hard and eat right and live like a bodybuilder without the
Yeah, yeah,
anabolic
yeah,
steroids, and you can
yeah,
achieve a great physique and win some things. So it's cool that that's become an option for people now.
totally.
It's a big
I
thing.
see you work out heavy, man. Like especially legs. When I saw you working out that, I was like, "Come on, man, no way."
I love it. I love it.
Uh,
I love legs. I love legs. It's my favorite day. Like I wake
yeah,
up and I have a big smile on my face when it's a leg day. I'd be buzzing for legs. And also,
yeah.
I always had big legs, like genetically. But
Okay.
like I just fortunate. Like growing up, I
Yeah,
always had the
yeah,
biggest legs of anyone,
yeah,
and that I would have been grown up with. Like
yeah.
so, and then I had a passion for training legs as well.
Oh
So
yeah,
then they just
that's a good combination,
grew.
genetic and uh, the
Yeah.
will for growing.
Yeah, it's just a pity that my upper body didn't get the same genetics. Like, all the gains just went straight to my
Yeah,
legs.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it's good. It's good.
yeah. That's cool, bro. And tell me
Mm.
I know you're challenging a battle against a cancer, and that would be something
Yeah,
that one of the topics that I'd like to go through.
yeah, for sure.
What's the type, and how was the first impact since you get to know that you have that? Uh, what what age were you, and how was the impact to you? And yeah, so yeah, let's go from there.
Yeah, so I guess it would be 2 years since I found out that I'd first had cancer. I believe it was July in 2023 when I found out that I had a tumor in my right arm. Just don't know if you can see all these big dirty scars. It started off here and then it grew into the
Okay.
bone the second time. And so yeah, synovial sarcoma is what it's called. Synovial being like a joint, so it can be in your shoulder, your hip, your elbow, your
Okay.
wrist, any
Okay.
joint. And then
Okay.
sarcoma is just means soft tissue, so it can be growing off of ligaments, muscles, tendons, stuff like that. Mine, I believe, it grew off a muscle in my right elbow, so that's how that all started. And thankfully, I got diagnosed. It was stage 2B. So stage 2 means it's fairly grown, the tumor, and B means fairly aggressive. All right, but thankfully,
Yeah.
like stage 3 means spread to lymph nodes. Stage 4 means
Yeah.
metastasized to some other distant region. Thankfully,
Okay.
mine it has only ever been in the arm, and that was my
Yeah.
diagnosis.
Did you feel before that? Did you feel anything like a pain or
Oh yeah,
weird?
oh yeah, big time.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of
Okay.
pain, a lot of pain. I always had a messed up arm. It all started in 2014. I was playing outside with my dog and I fell on top of my arm and I hyperextended it and I tore and split the bicep and I had a hematoma clot and the clot never dispersed and I was left with a really messed up arm from since 2014, this same arm. And
Okay.
and with all the weight training and all that, I do believe that like that could have had some impact, that the arm got injured and then I kept training and pushing and maybe that caused some DNA mutation or cause some cellular activity to start.
Okay.
There's no scientific evidence right now to
Okay.
suggest that, but there's a lot of like anecdotal evidence. There's a lot of correspondence between injuries like trauma and cancer, but there's no proof. They've no
Okay.
scientific proof that they have yet, but that's what I believe kind of initially started off. So like I always had a fairly messed up arm, and then in 2023, I started getting excruciating pain. I couldn't sleep. I was on like CBD oil. I was on like painkillers. Like I was always on something for pain, and I was getting scans. I remember January, I got a CT scan and nothing appeared. They were like, we don't know what caused your arm to be messed up. We're going to stay investigating because you seem like you're in a lot of pain and you can't really use your arm. I'd lost the ability to bend or straighten. It was completely locked and it was a lot of pain. And then, so January, there was nothing there. And then they were like, we're going to go in with an endoscope. But before we do that, we're going to just do one last MRI. And they done that in the July of 2023. And that's when they found a tumor 6.5 centimeters in diameter in my forearm, going from the whole way from bone to the skin, quite large. All right.
Yeah, it's funny the CT couldn't get it.
It's very unfortunate. Like that's the issue with cancers. Like the scanning, it's fine, but it could be a lot better. Like something has to be like 2 centimeters plus in diameter for it to be picked up. And if they're not
Yeah.
looking out for these things, like they wouldn't be looking out for like a little lump. It's not what they were concerned about. They thought it was some tear. It was some.
Yeah.
I think they were thinking something wrong with the bone, like calcification and stuff like that. They were
Yeah.
kind of saying
Yeah.
that could
They
have been the
always try to
cause.
guess. They try to guess, but never come with the proper thing or recommend you to do. It takes time then to realize that could be something that they don't know, and kind of guide you to do some more specific tests.
Yeah,
That,
it's
yeah.
not. It's really, really uncommon. Like I think I seen a statistic. It's 1 in every 100,000 cancer patients will have a sarcoma, and like mine's the subsection of sarcoma, synovial sarcoma. There's like hundreds different. I think 100 different type of sarcomas. Anyway, so there's a lot. And so like it's super rare. So it's the last thing you'd expect to see. An orthopedic surgeon, when someone comes in with a pain in their arm, you're instantly going to think someone's in a sling or the injured arm, something like that. You're going to think, oh, it's broken arm, it's a dislocation, it's this, that, the other. The last
Yeah.
thing you'd ever think is cancer. But unfortunately, that was the cards I
Yeah.
was dealt. So.
And by that time, were you still working out?
Yeah, I'd stopped. Just before I got that MRI, I'd complete in the July. I think for a few months there, I'd completely stopped training because I was in so much pain. I thought it
Yeah.
was tendonitis, a lot of pain in the
Okay.
elbow, a lot of pain in the arm,
Yeah.
and like it did start to like wean back a small. But when I stopped training and I stopped working, I was working in bars, so I was doing a lot of pulling and dragging and lifting and stuff like that.
All
So
right.
once I stopped working, and once I stopped working out, the pain did somewhat subside, but it certainly was still there. And like I couldn't even feel the lump. That's a crazy thing. It was 6.5 centimeters, and I couldn't even feel it in my arm. Like in my arm
Yeah.
was stiff. There wasn't much give in the forearm, but like it wasn't like a huge prominent lump. But obviously, what you see superficially, deep in the arm, there is something down there. Something,
Yeah.
there was something down there. So.
Yeah. So
Mm.
after that, you start the treatment.
Yeah.
After you covered, and then did you go to any specific hospital here in Galway or in Dublin or somewhere else?
Yeah. So I'll just run
Did you
through my
get
whole.
second? Sorry, did you get also second opinion? Did you go to different doctors or the same one is the one it's with you since the beginning?
Yeah, see, like there's only one. I think there's actually two. I do actually. I heard that there's two surgeons who are orthopedic surgeons who have studied in sarcomas. So there isn't too much you can do as far as second opinions and stuff like that. You kind of just gotta hope
Okay.
for the best because it's so rare. There isn't too
Yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
could have maybe
yeah.
internationally asked. You did say that to me, like if you do want a second opinion internationally, he can provide the numbers. But like whatever they're doing internationally, it will be the
It's
same.
the same. Yeah,
Because there is like a whole panel. Like there's a sarcoma team internationally that all come together and kind of
yeah,
there's there is protocols for treating it
yeah.
that they all kind
They're
of run by
yeah,
all the different surgeons
yeah,
across the world. So
yeah.
it's
Cool. Yeah, they're updated. It's like they still updating and studying. It's not like they're behind any other uh, doctor.
yeah, the treatment. I don't think there was any treatment I missed out on. Getting treated in Ireland. I think
Yeah,
that's actually one thing. Like I was on like really strong chemo, and I found out from one of there's a oncologist nurse, an Indian guy that I was chatting to before, and he was telling me that like the chemo that I was on. In India, when he was doing oncology nursing, you can't get it because it's so strong, So I was fortunate that I was able to do that really strong chemo. That it obviously didn't work. That the cancer came back the second time. But yeah, I think I do think I got fairly decent treatment in Ireland, so I was happy
nice.
enough with it. Yeah.
Cool, man. And I saw I didn't know you properly last year or something, but I saw you working out. I think during your treatment.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
Is that correct? Were you there, or it
Yeah.
was something else?
Yeah. I
I
was
think
training
that
the whole
was
time.
you.
It's
Okay.
funny because people often think it's three different people. So like before I got the cancer, like I was lean, I was like 86 kg, I was kind of like a skinny little kid, like
Okay.
and then when I got diagnosed, I stopped work and I was on treatment and stuff like that. I ballooned up in weight and
Yeah.
I and then I lost all my hair from chemo. So they thought that there was young Harry
Yeah.
on
Oh
chemo
yeah.
and Harry now. They think a lot of
Yeah.
people in the gym think that those are three separate people, which
Really,
is very
man.
funny, like to me that
Yeah. I
people
know.
who
I
I've had
know.
conversations
Yeah.
with before when I was younger don't remember, forget who I was, and like, oh, you're the guy that was talking to ages ago. Like, I've changed so much.
Totally. Totally,
It's
man.
it's
Yeah.
it's
Cool.
funny. It's
That's
funny.
yeah. I knew it was you. You. I was just joking. I know. I knew it was you because I remember.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You remember all the
And
shouting and roaring in
oh
the
yeah.
gym and all the hard
Yeah.
training.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, and look, I see you working out hard, etc.
thank you, thank
How
you.
that impacted you mentally?
Big
Like
time.
I
Yeah.
still working hard, doesn't matter what, just with one hand. After
Mm,
surgery, still doing that, pushing yourself
mm.
at the limit, and that can be inspiration more than any bodybuilder around. To be honest, that's my
That's
opinion.
what I hope so. That's really
Yeah.
what I hope so.
And
Yeah.
how do you go through that? Like, did that impact you in some way, or sometimes bothers you, sometimes not? You just don't think about that and you go forward, and that's it.
No, I think about it all the time. Definitely, it changed my training. Like, when I was younger, I was all this like hyper obsessed with just like being lean and looking good and all that stuff. Where then, when I went through a cancer diagnosis, I had a lot of like frustration, anger, like a lot of bad energy. Obviously, going through something like this, why me? You fall into a rut like that,
Yeah,
and I found that the gym was really a place where I could like channel some of that negativity and some of that energy into it, and to kind of help mellow me out and to get my mind off it. So my training before I had cancer was a lot less intense than what it was during and after all my treatments and all that. I trained far harder going through. I think I trained the hardest I've ever trained while I was going through chemo. Than I
yeah,
than I do now or than I did before, because it was some way of like channeling
yeah,
some of that aggression
yeah,
and
yeah.
that.
It's kind of yeah, man. It's good to see because that's really bodybuilding is a very selfish sport. It's just
Yeah.
you in the mirror. You don't have fun, to be honest. I mean,
Mm.
I don't like going to the gym. I like, but I don't like because it's
Really?
boring. Yeah, like I don't like the. I mean, it's better to stay on my couch watching TV and eating popcorn than
Really?
lifting
Huh?
weight.
Mm.
I mean, it's
Mm.
easy. I know it's a joke, but what I mean is lift weights is not something cool. You gotta like that. You gotta enjoy the pain, the
Mm.
challenge.
I love the pain.
And yeah, a lot of pain. And it's not everyone that goes. They go to the gym. They don't push themselves. They
mm.
train like soft training, and that is it. They don't go harder.
And of course,
And
there's nothing wrong with that. Like you can make some good progress by just kind of going through the motions and just being somewhat health conscious. And it is better than not training at all. But
oh, yeah, totally.
some people don't have it in them, or they need something to push them on. When I was, I had nothing to really drive me when I first started off in the gym. It was only just to look good and to feel a bit more confident. But then when I went through this, it really helped me channel some of that energy. It really made me want it that much more. So it
Yeah,
all is based off of personal experience, how
yeah,
hard you train. You have to go through some shit. A lot of people use it as an outlet, like, I'm sure
yeah,
you do. You find that as well. If you've had a hard day, if there's stuff bothering you in your mind, that you kind of channel that
yeah,
energy into the gym.
yeah, yeah. Especially if you see myself over 2 hours doing cardio, it's because I'm going through something.
Okay, is that what you do to kind of get out a bit of
Yeah,
frustration? You go do a bit
yeah,
of
it's good.
cardio. Wouldn't be
Yeah,
me. Wouldn't be
or
me.
I go for a walk for 1 2 hours, and that's it.
Walks
And
is
go back.
class. I love
Yeah,
walking recently.
yeah.
Yeah,
Put
it's so good.
some.
It's so good for the head. Getting out in the
Yeah,
sun, getting out and
yeah,
about, heading to Sawtail, heading to Spanish Arch.
yeah,
It's great for the mind.
yeah. Listen to outside song or just some music you like on your headphone, and that's
Yeah.
it, bro.
Hmm. Yeah, it's really nice.
I,
I'm loving that. It's right now with the nice weather, with it being summer. I'm liking going for walks during the day, like when the sun's out and there's a bit of hustle and bustle in Shop Street. I'm loving that as much as training in the gym, like, which is nothing has
yeah,
ever come close to training in the gym.
yeah,
But I'm loving it.
yeah,
It's great for the head. It's and you get a bit of I don't know. I got a bit sunburned today, so I got tan lines and all that stuff. But you
yeah,
get a nice color out of it as well, and you feel good. So
yeah.
that's nice.
Irish people get red. That what they say.
Yeah, yeah. I'm very red right now. Like, and I was in Lanzarote, so I thought that, like, being out in the sun in Ireland, surely I'm not going to get burnt again. Like, but yeah, I'm
Yeah,
red raw right
yeah,
now. But hopefully, it will turn to a really nice brown tan. So
yeah.
it's
No, that's cool.
since I,
Yeah.
yeah,
Whenever I see the sun outside, I gotta go out. There's no way to stay here. You know.
yeah, yeah. Like,
I'm.
I hate that
Yeah,
sitting inside. I have Once the sun's out, I get the itch to just go out and get in it. Like.
yeah. That's especially if there was a sun outside, I would say, "Hey, let's go to the sun."
Hmm. Yeah,
You know.
yeah. It's
And man,
good.
Sherry, how's your workout? Are you doing some specific type of training nowadays?
Like, I don't really have goals, like, because of course I can't bodybuild because I will have only one arm very shortly, and I can't powerlift because I have one arm as well. It's kind of difficult to do any of those things, but
Yeah,
I just train for fun. I just do the exercise
yeah,
that I enjoy. I push them really hard, and I get great satisfaction out of that. So there's no real goals.
yeah,
I'm not hyper fixated on, like, bodybuilding, powerlift, or anything like that.
yeah.
Just throwing about a bit of weight, having a bit of fun, chatting to people up in the gym. It's
Oh
lovely.
yeah,
It's great.
yeah. Cool. That's the way to be. Uh,
Yeah.
you feel like you go to the gym. That's important, and then having a chat with lifting weight. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I love about the gym. It's like, I'm one of these people that I'm like, try to be health conscious anyways. And, I try to, be constantly improving. Self-improvement's very big for me. And, people in the gym were all so like-minded, like yourself, like, I know you've, really changed your physique. You lost a load of weight, and that's very inspirational, and, you're very health conscious, and, everyone else in the gym, they're the same way. We're all on the same wavelength. We all have, we all have a bit of a chip in our shoulder, and we're channeling that energy, and we're in a good place. I think the
Yeah,
gym puts you in a really good place,
yeah.
gives you a bit of
Especially,
confidence.
yeah. And we see a lot of guys over 70s doing a great job there. Tony does a good job there,
Ah,
working out
yeah,
all the time. The same.
Tony's an animal. I see Tony lifting, and, like, he's lifting more than me out of your rage, and, like, yeah,
Yeah,
he's a real grafter. There's a lot of there's people of all demographics up at our gym, Galway City Gym, and they're all training hard. They're all really friendly people. It's lovely to see. It's a great community. Like, without Galway City Gym, I don't know how I would have got through all the things that I've had to go through the past 2 years in treatment and all that.
Totally. Very. Yeah, I feel at home when I'm there. It's kind
Yeah,
of.
you're really in with the community. It's
Yeah.
really good to see. It's really easy. Like, if you just get chatting to a few people, all of a sudden you find that you've got to gain loads of mates, and people that are really supportive. We all look out for each other there. It's really nice.
Yeah. Man, I forgot to ask regarding the cancer. I remember that you got a second. How was that, man? It was like you've done the surgery and you were healed, and then
Yeah.
show up again the same place.
Yeah, so I'll run through my whole story. And so it first started off, got diagnosed in the July of 2023. Then shortly afterwards, I went into 25 rounds of radiation up in Dublin. That was grand. That was almost like a little holiday, a little vacation. I was Monday to Friday up in Dublin. I'd be going to football matches, and I'd be going to the gym, and I'd be going for walks, and it was grand. The radiation didn't do a whole pile to me, and it was very successful as well. I was very lucky like that. There's no real side effects of radiation. Not 25 rounds, anyways, when you're young and healthy. So done that. That was to shrink the tumor and to kill all the cells there. So it was very successful. It killed 95% of the cancer cells,
Yeah.
and it shrunk the tumor by half, which is very good results. And then they went to the surgery. They got it all clear margins. They were very happy with how the surgery went. They told me I was cancer free and that chemo was optional, but it was suggested because it can decrease your chance of it coming back. And since I was young, healthy, and into weight training, I was a perfect candidate for this aggressive type of chemo to hopefully stop it coming back. So I've done 6 rounds of doxorubicin and fosfamide. Those are, if you Google strongest chemos in the world, doxorubicin, that's, I think that is the strongest chemo in the world. So it was really tough stuff, but got through it. 6 rounds. I did get a bit sick at times. I looked very
Yeah.
sick towards the end.
Okay.
You could really tell, like, lost all my hair, like I bloomed up in weight. I was nauseous all the time, but I stayed training. I stayed in the gym. I stayed going. I was fortunate that I never got too sick.
Yeah.
I always was able to stay active and keep the head clear with my training. So done the chemo, and then they said the chance of the cancer coming back is super low. That you're all but in the clear, but we're going to be doing routine checks anyways.
Okay.
And so they scanned my chest and thorax to see if it metastasized,
All
and
right.
thankfully it never metastasized. But then I noticed, say, 4 or 5 months ago now, that I had a lump back in the arm again. Got it checked out, and sure enough, the cancer was back. Almost the exact same spot. This time it started off in the muscle. This time it grew into the bone. So they removed a big chunk of the ulnar bone and removed some more muscle again in my forearm. But they did say that, like, it's right up against the blood vessels as well. And if you remove the blood vessels, you lose the blood supply to your arm, so it becomes non-functional. So they left the blood vessels, and obviously, they're not very optimistic that they got it all. So right now they're going to be preemptive, as opposed to hoping, fingers crossed, that the cancer doesn't come back the third time. They're just going to amputate very shortly. So that's
Yeah.
the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the plan, and hopefully that they'll be fine. They'll be okay.
Yeah, hopefully. Like, it's a very small price to pay. Like, I don't think you meet anyone as happy as me to lose an arm. Like, it's obviously not ideal, but the alternative is so much worse. So
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate that surgery is an option for a lot of young people who
Oh
are
yeah.
health conscious and all that. They get a diagnosis like me. Surgery and treatment often isn't even an option. So I just need to count my blessings. There's life's good. I'm healthy. I'm able to train.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. So yeah, I'm almost looking forward to. It's a bit of a crazy thing to say, but I'm almost looking forward to losing the arm and being done with the stress, anyways, of that
Yeah.
the cancer coming back in the arm, and then
Yeah.
hopefully I'll be getting scans for the next 10 years of my chest and thorax, because there
Yeah.
is a recurrence rate of up to 10 years with this specific type that I have, which is unfortunate. So the next 10 years I'll be getting scans, and hopefully it doesn't spread and it doesn't come back again, and this amputation will be
Yeah.
the last I
Yeah.
have to deal with cancer. So
Yeah.
that's,
That's the.
fingers
Yeah.
crossed, touch
Oh
wood,
yeah. Totally.
that's how it
That's the
happens.
feeling. That's the feeling you're looking for. You're sure there's nothing. 100% that it won't go back. And
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to be done with the thing now. Like, it's it was tough going through it all, and it was
Yeah,
at the start it was really like for the first month I was in absolute bits when I found out I had cancer. Like, I didn't leave the house. I didn't know what I'd do. Like, I thought, when you hear cancer, you assume, oh well, I'm gonna
oh
die.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
when I met my consultant, he said, oh, this is absolutely treatable. Like, there's plenty
yeah,
we can do for
yeah,
you. Like, be
yeah,
optimistic and all that, and that kind of
yeah,
cheered me up a bit. Then when it came back the second time, that kind of messed with my head again. But look,
yeah,
I've been dealing with cancer for 2 years.
yeah,
It's part of my life now, and I've gotten
yeah,
used to it, and it doesn't bother me. It's
yeah, yeah,
I just get on day to day. I wake up. I've the sun's in the sky. There's food in my belly.
yeah,
I'm warm. I've a roof over my
yeah.
head. What's the complain about?
And
Life's
that's
good. Life's good.
yeah, that's totally makes the difference. All the process, you know, the way you you face this, the positive way. I know that can be tough, but at the same time, it makes
Mm,
the difference overall. The way you see the problem, the way you face,
yeah.
makes everything better, and the treatment, the healing, in a positive way.
There's
So,
so much to do with, like,
congrats.
if you're in a good headspace, it's so like it is such an impact. If you're down in the dumps, and if I was to let this stress me out and everything like that, it would certainly wouldn't help my case. It wouldn't. It would do no good. Yeah, like so much of your mind affects your body, so you have to
Yeah,
stay strong. You have to stay
yeah,
pushing. You have to get on with life.
yeah,
I have to just get on and keep pushing forward, and that's what I've been trying to do. And yeah,
yeah,
I'm staying strong.
yeah. What would be the I know a lot of people going through different things, not only this cancer, but different types of cancers, and they feel down.
Hmm.
They don't see like, oh, okay, how can I go through that? Is there any? I know everyone faces in a different way. They have their own experience, uh,
Hmm.
but if you could share your thoughts about, hey, give some advice. So how can people can go through those situations?
Yeah, it was a mentality shift. Like, when I first found out about, like, it crumbled me, and for a long time there, like, I put my life on hold, and I was reluctant to finish. I was doing a PT course. I was reluctant to finish off. I was like, what's the point? I have cancer. Like, it's my life is consumed now. This is me. This is me. Like, I had a defeatist attitude. I was like, I don't even know if I'll beat this thing. What's the point in doing a PT course if my cancer is going to come back? And I'm going to have to keep fighting this. And I kind of got into this for a short while. I was in this real rut, like, but I came out of it, and thankfully for my family, my friends, and all the people in Galway City Gym looking out for me, encouraging me, giving me strength. And you got to just stay positive. I was very fortunate that when when I got my diagnosis, like, it was never terminal. Like, there was always
Yeah,
treatment options.
yeah,
I was dealt, as far as cancer goes, I was dealt a fairly good hand. Like, that I was given a fighting chance, and I took that
totally.
chance, and I fought hard, and I'm still fighting hard, and I'll stay fighting hard. So everyone's, of course, is different, but you got to just stay strong, and you have to. I think um, one of the guys at the gym said it to me, and it's a really cool quote or saying that depression lives in the past, anxiety lives in the future. That's why you need to live in the present. And I think that's what it's all about. Like, when I become present in the moment, I'm like, well, I have my health, I'm in training, the sun's in the sky, what's there to
Totally,
complain
bro.
about? Life's good.
Totally,
Life's good.
totally. And now, what you're doing? Like, are you working as a personal trainer, or just as instructor at the gym?
Well, I just work behind the front desk at Galway City Gym at the moment. I'm hoping I have had a few clients PTing privately for myself. That's been really good fun. I absolutely love it. Like,
Yeah,
especially now, since I can't bodybuild, I can't powerlift, I can't achieve crazy. Well, there is goals I can achieve, but like, I get as much satisfaction out of training other people as I do myself. So
yeah,
I I'm really enjoying PTing people. Probably after this amputation, once I'm healed up and I'm good to go, I'll be training, hopefully training more people out of Galway City Gym and making a difference, making a
Yeah,
difference in people's lives. So that's what I'm
yeah,
doing right now, just behind the desk. But
yeah,
hopefully, once I'm done all of this and I'm back in recovery, I'll be training a few people and changing a few physiques, and that's the plan.
yeah. Cool, bro. It's satisfaction, isn't it? See, change someone's shape to improve, even lose fat and things like that. You
It's a
see
very
improvement.
rewarding job, like seeing people make progress, seeing people gain muscle, lose fat, become more confident themselves. And, it's not about goals. Of course, the goals are great and that's what gives these people confidence. But like seeing people, not as much about their physique, but if they gain confidence and they're more secure in themselves and they make health part of their lifestyle, they start feeling better. They're more energetic. They're more confident. That's what it's all about, really. At the end of the day, it's just about getting, helping change people. Because I was that kid. I was young. When I was younger, I was small. I was skinny. I was insecure,
Okay.
and then I got into the gym, and I know how much it done for my confidence and it done for me as a person. So I know the impact that weight training can have. So
Yeah.
um, that's why
Were
I love it.
you? Yeah. Were you like? Did you like, or do you like going to pubs and having pints, or is not much your thing, or did you used to do it before?
Like I wouldn't be a big
I still
drinker.
do
Like,
it.
yeah, yeah. I've seen you in a night out once or twice. Yeah. I wouldn't be a big drinker. Like, I go out fairly regularly, just socially hanging out with mates, having a laugh, having a joke. But I wouldn't be big into drinking at all. You can't really be, if you're trying to fight cancer, it's not the best thing to be
Yeah.
doing. Like, and
Yeah.
I don't get too much enjoyment out of it. I get enjoyment out of socializing,
Yeah.
and that's why I kind of head out most of the time, as opposed to going out for the drink and the parties and all
Totally.
that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I go out sometimes. Yeah, I
Yeah.
enjoy socializing. It's really good.
Yeah. I used to drink more regularly, going to
Yeah,
pubs, and once you stop drinking, you have to get used to go out and not drinking. Otherwise, you
yeah,
don't feel like going. But
yeah.
cool.
Mm.
How about what do you like to do other than workouts? Do you go your entertainment, your hobbies here? What do you like doing?
Um,
Cinema, video game, or something?
I wouldn't be too much of a gamer. I kind of go into phases like where I kind of get
Mm.
obsessed with a game and I play for a good bit, but then I stop playing. I haven't played much recently now. Um, I enjoy walking, as I said. I absolutely love it. Like I think it's great getting out and about, being in nature, hiking.
Okay.
Hanging out with mates. I get great enjoyment out of that. Uh, and just hanging about. But gym is number
Yeah,
one
yeah.
for me.
It's basically your lifestyle. There's no way to, it's already part of your lifestyle, working out, going to the gym. So
Hmm.
going to pubs and drinking might not match yourself anymore.
That's it. Yeah.
You
That's
know,
why you can go out, you can have a laugh, you can talk to people, but like I wouldn't be drinking or anything like that because they don't really link up very well the two. Like, going out drinking
totally,
and getting up to all sorts and then also trying to be trained as well. So yeah.
totally. And how are you enjoying the weather?
Loving it, loving it. Like,
Oh yeah,
I was so fortunate. Was out in Lanzarote, and like when I was leaving, the weather had just turned bad, and over there I got a great bit of sun. The weather was bad the whole time while I was out there, and then when I come back, the weather's nice again. So I was out in the sun today, and I absolutely love it. Like getting out and
yeah.
about. Like,
Next time, don't forget to take your sunglasses.
yeah,
It looks like you have a mask in your face because it's red around your eyes. You know,
mm, yeah. I'm very red right now. The camera doesn't do me any help as well. I'm not as bad in person,
it's
but
not
I think
it's not bad. It's not bad, man.
yeah, yeah. It's going to turn to tan anyway, so it's not too
It's
bad.
just like, oh, I knew you were wearing sunglasses. But man,
Yeah.
I'm the same. Whenever I go to the sun, I wear sunglasses. When I get home, you, and take my sunglasses out, you can see the white area around me.
Yeah, like the tan line is there in
Oh yeah,
my chest from the tank top. That's very bad now.
oh
I
yeah.
need to get rid of that. But
No,
it's great for your mind, like vitamin D and like I
yeah.
find walking so good. Like it's great.
We looked to this afternoon wasn't just for a while wasn't too long the sun, but
Hmm.
few days can be crazy, man, all day long, like very warm.
Hmm. Yeah, it's lovely. We've had a really nice summer. We've been very lucky. Very lucky.
Yeah, I wasn't here last year during the summer, so I the best time to be in Ireland is the summer, so I'm glad I'm here.
But
Even
what were you back
even if
in? Were you back in
say,
Brazil? Were you?
I went to Brazil last June and July.
Hmm. Yeah. Well,
Uh, it,
that's a lot nicer. I'd much rather be in Brazil during the summer than I will be in
you
Galway.
know,
So I think
you
you've
know,
got the
it's
good thing.
funny. In Brazil now it's winter.
Oh, is it?
When
Yeah.
is winter? When is summer here? It's winter in Brazil. It's like
And what's the
yeah.
winters like? Is the weather nice or is it?
A few areas of Brazil can snow, like in the south of Brazil. Like nobody knows. Everyone thinks Brazil is just about tropical weather, sun
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
if you go to south of Brazil, it can snow.
Really?
Uh,
Yeah. Are you from the north
yeah.
to the south, or what part of Brazil are you from?
Uh, I'm from south, not south. I used to live in one of the hottest states in Brazil, which is the center. It
Hmm.
used to be like 43 degrees every day.
My God. Yeah. That
Even
is.
during winter, it doesn't change in few areas. So it's a huge place. So few places summer all year, and few areas can snow. So, but the place I went to Brazil and last year was really winter. So it was around like the winter there is kind of the summer here. To be honest, the
Yeah.
winter that I was living in São Paulo was around 20 degrees, 19, sometimes 16, which is basically the summer we have here.
Yeah. That's exactly what we're getting right now. Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
it's cool. I like, you know, hopefully this week we get sun and we can go South Hill for a walk.
Yeah, yeah, and I think the weather's meant to be really nice this week anyway. So I'll certainly be out and about loads.
Nice,
Hmm.
bro. We are getting nearly 1 hour. Uh, I'd like to ask you anything else you'd like to share about things that we didn't go through. Uh,
Mm,
Feel free to share.
uh, don't know. Don't have too much. I can't. Nothing's coming to my
Yeah.
mind right now.
Oh
Really,
yeah,
I
no
just
worries.
feel.
Yeah, it means we already went through the mainly things. Talking about your work, your degree, your lifestyle, and your fights against cancer and all the things. I think that's the main thing. Like to support people watching that are
Yeah,
facing the same situation, and how to face it in a good way. Not
yeah. And even
you
if you're
know
not facing the exact same situation, like hearing my story might help people realize that their struggles aren't all that bad, or they're not the only people struggling as well. Like you wouldn't know from me that I'm going through these struggles. I don't look like a cancer patient, but everyone has their own struggles.
yeah,
No one, you're not the only person that's
yeah,
struggling to get by or has problems, and you gotta keep going. You gotta keep pushing. And there's
totally.
people out there to talk to, and
Yeah, yeah,
there's a lot of support if you go out and find it and you get talking to
yeah,
people, you get
yeah. You
socializing.
never know what's everyone is dealing with. Sometimes
Yeah,
they don't share and they might be in a very bad situation, but they
yeah,
still try to help and be positive to everyone. So that's what I
yeah,
felt from members from the Galway City Gym. Everyone seems to be very open to help and be supportive. That's kind of the spirit of the gym.
yeah. It's an amazing community there. Like everyone's got each other's back. There's so much knowledge in there, and everyone's so supportive. Like it's a great support system. It's great to have a gym like that. That um, everyone is pushing for the same goal to achieve their fitness goals, and everyone's supporting each other along the way. Because a lot of other gyms aren't like that. A lot of other gyms, people throw on their headphones, they listen to music, they don't talk to anyone, they don't know anyone,
Yeah,
which I think is very strange to me. You know, if you're seeing
yeah,
someone, you know, if you're seeing the same people, you know, day in day out
yeah,
training alongside them, why not say hi? Why not have a laugh? Why
yeah,
not get to know them?
yeah,
Why not pick
yeah,
their brain about a few things? Why not make a friend? You know, it's
yeah,
cool. It's
yeah,
really good. The community
yeah,
there, it's great.
yeah. That's cool. Uh, I will display your Instagram if someone wants to
Yeah,
follow you.
yeah.
My 1 billion followers want to know. And
Are
but
we going to expect you? Are you going doing a PT course, or are expecting
man,
big things in Wagner?
yeah, this is part of my plan. Like I'm still struggling to find job in my area
Yeah.
uh, as a web designer, and
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm doing this for over 20 years. Uh,
Yeah.
doing,
Yeah.
websites, logotype, creation in general, and feels like I don't want to be behind computer all the time. I want to do something more dynamic. And
Yeah.
so that's where I started to think, hey, what can I do other than designing? I don't know anything else, if like I don't know how to work in I never did something different than what I'm doing. Even
Hmm.
easy stuff I don't feel confident because I have done. And then I was like, there's something I like to do. It's workout. I've been doing that for years, and I might. That's something I like. I would like to. When I see myself working as a PT, I feel I would like to. I don't know how it is the day to day. I'm not saying it's easy. I
Mhm.
know there's the challenge, but it's something I like at least. And
Yeah.
I'm still thinking. I need to decide, but it is on my plans.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
I decide soon because
Yeah, you make
I
a
don't want
good
to be.
PT. You've a great story behind you. You know, you've turned your whole physique around, your whole mindset around, and you know, you're always in the gym. You're always training hard. So it's something you could combine the two. Like, you know, you can do your bit of web design, all that stuff, and if you're PTing on the side as well, keep you going. Something, and it
Yeah,
doesn't even, for me, anyways. Like, if I could train someone from. I can be training people all day long, like 12 hours training people, and well, I haven't done that, but I can't imagine
yeah,
myself getting exhausted. Like, I have such passion for it. I love it. Like, it doesn't feel like work at all. So
totally.
do what you love.
Nice, man. That's cool. Thanks so much to take you off your time to
Yeah.
participate
Thank you
here.
for having me on.
Yeah, that's so great, so helpful, so uh, inspiration for everyone watching.
Thank you. Thank you.